4 months on since other sports federations inaugurated newly elected executives to pilot their affairs, the Nigerian Basketball Federation is yet to have its own elections. Rooted in the conflict is the struggle for the soul of the federation. Members are divided by their support for two men of influence, former Nbbf President Tijani Rumah and the incumbent Musa Kida. The sad part is the inability of the Ministry of Sports, led by its Minister Sunday Dari, to remain neutral and effect its supervisory powers. 5 years on from the Federation's last elections, the vibrations have continued to affect the administration of the game in the country. This is evident in the inability of the Federation to organize and complete one full National Basketball League season, the cancellation of a $12 million sponsorship deal, conflict in kit sponsorship, and most shamefully, the lack of attention on the national teams, as evident in the complaints by both the men and women's team, D-Tigers and D-Tigress, who through their own determination, zeal and talent have excelled beyond expectations. For instance, while both teams painstakingly qualified and represented Africa at the last Olympics, the female national team, D-Tigress, are back-to-back champions of Africa. Sadly, the players are yet to benefit by collecting their full financial entitlements or the country leveraging on this achievement to develop the sport locally. Despite efforts by the players to bring the Federation's shortcomings to the open by publicly lamenting its poor management through protests on social media and street demonstrations, these have yielded no results.
When you look back, you know that a lot have gone wrong. There's so many issues, and if I am to speak mentally, we will say that a lot of us are mentally derailed now. We're derailed because there's nothing happening, and that has affected us. We're not talking about the physical part now. The mental part is the worst part that can happen to us because we're used to playing week in, week out. And now that there is nothing happening, you'll find out that a lot of us are beginning to get out of our ways. What do we now do? Because basketball is all we know.
And it has affected the basketball growth and development for a while now, for more than 3 years. We've been stranded. Playing basketball is supposed to be a business for us, but right now we've been stranded, and it's affecting our productivity, affecting our practice, affecting us even participating in international competition, because there's no way we can develop when we're not playing the league.
As the Federation warms up for its forthcoming elective Congress, slated for the 31st of January 2022, there seemed to be more confusion. While the ministry flip-flops on its recognition of the former president and caretaker of the Federation, Engineer Musa Kida, members are divided on issues as primary as venue and modalities or statutes that will be used to conduct the elections. Perhaps the most important is the threat by Nigerian basketball players to boycott future competitions, especially the upcoming World Cup qualifiers in February, if their emoluments are not paid. This is alongside the ban of Nigeria clubs by the Sports African Administrative Body, FIBA, from the upcoming elite continental club competition, Ball Africa, for lack of an acknowledged representative.